Everyone, myself Sonam have secured a rank of 293 in this NEET PG examination and I'm back with yet another video discussing the last month preparation for INICET November 2025. So I have some 8 pointers to discuss in this video. Let's start and discuss them one by one. So first of all, the most common question, resources. See, follow your own resource. Whatever you have been using till now, it could be your RR, it could be BTR, it could be main notes, whatever you have been using till now. Please don't have any kind of FOMO. And for in my case, it was Marrow RR. So make sure that you follow one source and stick to it. One golden advice that everybody gives, please don't follow multiple sources. And you will not know the importance of this until you have given the exam and you have seen some question where you can just imagine the page exactly where the question was written. For example, the Ruskos phenomena which came in this NEET PG examination, everybody was saying that it is a new question. I don't know, I have read somewhere and I have written it in my RR. So when the question came on the screen, I literally remembered the library corner where I was studying this question and the page side where it was written. So that, photographic memory really helps. So make sure that you follow one source, because if you're following multiple sources, this memory development is hindered. So please stick to one source. Now next point, MCQ solving skills. My suggestion will be solve at least minimum 100 questions. And in my case, I used to do like 50 PYQs and 50 the tags I want. Like it could be clinical or any instrument, etc. Whatever you want to, pick. You choose that accordingly. Then I'll suggest please give subject-wise test. One per subject at least. And the subjects which you are weak in, I'll say that go for 2-3 SWTs. That are really helpful because it helps you identify the important topics. Along with it, it helps you identify your weak areas. Okay? Then mini test. So mini test, like small tests, instruments, cancer staging, and etc. They're really helpful because it helps you quickly go through the topic. So I'll say that please attempt mini test also, and don't bother too much about ranks and stuff in these subject-wise tests and mini tests. That is for GTs only. Then for INICET, no goes without saying, everybody says PYQs are very important. See, 5 to 10 questions will be direct PYQs. And you must master the PYQs because you don't know what 5-10 questions are going to come in your exam. Like in the main, the Bayer lymphocyte syndrome came in our INICET exam, and I got it correct just because I did that question just a few days before attempting the paper. So you must master this so that these 5-10 questions that will come, you will save the time in those questions. And you should remember that these PYQs are the part of your preparation. They're the must to do things, and everything resolving around these PYQs, the PYTs, everybody that says, you should master these, like some metabolic acidosis or XYZ questions which are very common, cancers, breast staging, etc., which are very common. You should master them really well, because they will help you save your time when you are very confident in those questions. You will not waste your time eliminating options in such questions. Then of course PYQ topics I just discussed, that's very important. Then I'll suggest for anatomy, physiology, biochemistry, path, pharma, medicine, surgery, OPG, these are the subjects where PYQs are the core of the preparation, because these are vast subjects and they are tough also, especially anatomy, physiology, majority of the people struggle. So make sure that you solve the PYQs. You read everything about the PYT, because everybody Therion and the Fornix, which are very common questions in INICET, very repeatedly they are being asked. So you should master these subjects with PYQs. It really helps you shorten the time you will be spending on these subjects. And then goes without saying, first prof, then second prof, they hold the major chunk of the paper. Everybody knows it. So make sure that you finish these subjects really well and first. And then you go on to surgery, OBG, pedia, and then the minors, and then integrated medicine, because you already are thorough with it. Now people are asking me how many GTs to give. If I were to give this exam, I will divide this 1st to 18th of October. I'll give 3-4 GTs minimum, where I'll be identifying my trend of mistakes. And I'll work on them as I did in my NEET PG examination. I found out that I'm doing a lot of reading errors, overthinking, not eliminating. So I worked on them. So this 3-4 GTs will help you identify your trend of mistakes. And then from 18th to 30th of October, I'll just give 1-2 GTs. But you should give that GTs in the exam format, typical. You sit on the desktop, like the silent surroundings, and then you attempt the paper so that you are not afraid of the exam surroundings. Okay, so that way. Now, people are asking, how should a day look like? In my case, it used to be like 60% of the day you used to go to the content and 40% to the MCQs. 8 to 10 hour minimums is like must in the last month of preparation. And because I was a morning person, so I'll tell you my morning routine. So I'll suggest for the morning first hour, when you wake up and you're not done with freshen up, you spend 1 hour reading your weak subject. It could be anything: anatomy, physio, pharma, whatever. Okay, then you divide your day in 3 major slots. 9 to 12:30 will be the major slot first, where you'll be solving like 50 PYQs and the subject of the day which you are supposed to do. You take a lunch break, sleep, take a nap, whatever you want to do in 1 to 1.5 hours, and then come back for 2 to 4 hours. Now, because you have come after some lazy session of the day, so I'll suggest start with a test. Give a test, 30 minutes test. I used to do that. You can also do that, and it will be helpful to you. Because I have done this, so it was helpful for me. And then you finish the subject, the part which is left. Then you take a good break, go for a tea break and something, and then enjoy, and then come back again for the next slot. 5 to 8:30 slot, again 3.5 hours slot, where you will be doing the major subject and do 50 customs, whatever you have done, and then simultaneously solve the questions for the subject that you have read. Now, after that, take a good break, have dinner, talk to your family members, take a good break, and then before you sleep, like spend 15, 20, 30 minutes spending your day, whatever choti copy, whatever mistake book you have, just prepare whatever you have prepared, just revise that. Your own, not anybody else's. Because identifying your mistakes and working on them is the most important thing. I have been stressing this enough for like now. So make sure that you revise your own choti copy and your own mistake book. Now, be happy. You have given like 10 plus hours for one day. So after that, you earn yourself a 7 to 8 hours of sleep. I used to take. Your brain really needs that sleep after clocking it like tiring 10 hours for the day. Now, two most important: schedule. See, I'll suggest that make sure you have a good one read of like 25 days where you're going to revise all the 19 subjects. Okay. After that, you will have 10-12 days where you are going to re-revise whatever important topics you have marked in the first read, and with it, the highlighted areas, your weak topics, and then you keep 1-2 buffer days. Come to the last and the most important pointer, that 2-3 days before the examination, make sure that you revise your choti copies, your GT copies, your mistake book, whatever you call it, and just revise those things, whatever the facts you find are tough for you to remember. Just revise through those content and just relax, just passively flip, and then comes the D-Day, go and shine. Just remember the last thing that I said: she believed she could, so she did, and just like that, you will also do it. So just all the best, do well, and go prepare well.